Good morning. While you are still here, giving the honor to our president, our honored guests, speakers, leaders, managers, supervisors, and employees, those who see us on YouTube, good morning. Welcome to our Hispanic Heritage Month. Hispanics, one endless voice to enhance our traditions. We are celebrating Hispanic and Latino American cultures, heritage, and contributions. And we welcome you this morning to our program. I'd like to introduce you to our master of ceremony. I'm Debbie Allen. Those who would like to see me later, welcome again. So I'd like to introduce you, Joey.
Thank you, Debbie. Good morning and welcome to the 2018 USDA Hispanic Heritage Month of Service Program. Again, my name is Joey Peralta. I'm with the U.S. Department of Agricultural Marketing Services. It is indeed an honor to serve the Farmer Service MC for your 2018 USDA Hispanic Heritage Month. So that we may stay on program schedule, you should know that after the presentation of colors this morning, Ms. Sharon Miner from the Farm Production and Conservation will lead us in the national anthem and pledge allegiance. Now please stand for the presentation of colors, the national anthem, followed by the pledge allegiance.
Colors, halt, color, present, proof.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er land another free and the home of the brave, the brave.
Right shoulder,
pledge allegiance to the flag, States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color, right shoulder. Hoot. Color, turn. Hoot.
Please be seated. Thank you, Armed Forces Color Guard, and thank you, Ms. Sherry Minor, for the Pledge of Allegiance. Each year, Americans observe National Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15th to October 15th by celebrating the histories, cultures, and contributions of American citizens whose ancestors come from Spain, Mexico, Central, South, and the Caribbean. The observance started in 1968 as Hispanic Heritage Week under President Lyndon Johnson and was expanded by President Ronald Reagan in 1988 to cover a 30-day period starting September 15th and ending October 15th. It was finally enacted into law August 17, 1988. The day September 15th is significant because nations from Central America declared their independence. Mexico and Chile celebrated their independence the days of September 16th, 18th, respectively, and Columbus Day, or Dia de la Raza, which is October 12th, which falls in this 30-day period. At this time, I would like to invite Stephen Peterson. Let's see here. Currently, Stephen Peterson is, oh, sorry, I was going to do an introduction. Okay. Okay.
Good morning. A lot of you probably know me from other events I like to take part, and I'm very fortunate to have the opportunity to participate again. I welcome you to the Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. I want to thank those that took the efforts to pull this together. This is an effort that doesn't go unnoticed. It's something we celebrate annually. We've got a great lineup of speakers that will be addressing you today. We've got a great panel to address you, so I hope that you find the information that is shared interesting and exciting, and ultimately to help us expand our interest in diverse cultures across the agency. Also, I'd like to recognize this is just not a Farm Service Agency event. We've got many agencies that are participating, including Natural Resource Conservation Service, Risk Management Agency, along with AMS and the NAS, Agricultural Market Service, and the National Agricultural Statistics Service. So I welcome all agencies as we try to focus on the fact that we are one USDA in joining in these events and making them available to our employees. So thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy the event. As current position that I'm holding as the Acting Associate Administrator, I understand the importance of these programs that we offer, that each agency offers within the U.S. Department of Agriculture to our customers across this great nation, and how important it is for our producers to take advantage of this information that we provide and the programs that we provide. So we've got to make certain that we continue to expand our rich and diverse knowledge about producers and how they operate and engage with farming, and these events help us understand those interests and initiatives. So thank you for that. I'm glad to be here, and I hope that you enjoy it. The event itself, our next speaker I'd like to introduce is Richard Fordyce. Richard Fordyce followed me. I was the acting administrator for FSA while we were waiting for the political appointment of that position. Richard, fortunately, has come on board and relieved me of that position. It's alleviated some of my stress level quite considerably, as a matter of fact. I'm glad it's falling on his shoulders instead of mine. Richard formerly was the State Executive Director for the Missouri State FSA Office prior to his appointment in May of 2018 as our Administrator for the Farm Service Agency. Prior to that, Richard was the Director of the Missouri State Department of Agriculture, where he was the appointed Director of the Missouri Department of Agriculture, Also, Richard is a fourth-generation farmer, so he has a wealth of knowledge with regard to farming and farm background. Please welcome Richard Fordyce as our next speaker.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. That's better. Well, as Steve indicated, I am the administrator of the Farm Service Agency and have not been on board a great long time. Was sworn in on May 23rd, and it has been truly a privilege and an honor to serve in this role for all producers across the country. Certainly having a state-focused emphasis for so many years in Missouri, the opportunity to have a national focus for the Farm Service Agency and all the things that agency provides to producers has certainly been an honor. And as Steve indicated, some days can be a challenge. And we work as FSA, we work as a team, and so. Well, Steve indicated that maybe I've taken some load off of his shoulders. We've not taken them all off of his shoulders. So just so I've said that publicly now so that Steve knows that. In the introduction, it was mentioned that I'm a fourth-generation farmer from Missouri, and I am. I said I was very honored and very humbled to be the administrator of the Farm Service Agency, but if I'm asked to introduce myself, I say I'm a corn, soybean, and cattle farmer from Northwest Missouri. Because that's what I've done. That's what I've done all my life, and that's what I love, and I love agriculture. And when Hispanic Heritage Month, the observance that we're celebrating today came on the calendar, I was very excited to be a part of that. Having not been with the agency that long, this is certainly something that I wanted to be in town for and be a part of the celebration today as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. You know, diversity is and always will be a cornerstone of our great nation. The robust and vibrant society in which we live and thrive is a direct result of the merging of our rich cultures and heritage over many, many years. During Hispanic Heritage Month, September 15th through October 15th, we come together to celebrate the theme, Hispanics, one endless voice to enhance our tradition, and recognize Hispanic Americans' traditions, heritage, culture, and contributions. September 15th was chosen as the starting point for the celebration because it is the anniversary of the independence of 5 Latin American countries: Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. Projected to be the 3rd fastest growing, the Hispanic population is expected to jump to 119 million people in 2060 compared to 55 million in 2014. By 2060, 29% of the United States is projected to be Hispanic, more than 1/4 of the total population. While accomplishments and contributions of Hispanic Americans are vast in every field, they are particularly integral part of the tapestry that is America's agriculture community. Whether working agricultural lands, running their own farming operations, or serving on state committees or local FSA county committees, Hispanic Americans continue to create a lasting legacy. Today, we celebrate Hispanic American heritage, the importance of coming together to leverage our strengths for the collective benefit of all. Thank you for being here with us today, and enjoy the celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, Administrator Fordyce, for your remarks. At this time, I'd like to introduce Jay Xavier Montoya. He's currently the acting regional conservationist for the Southeast region.
Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody can hear me. So nice to be here. My name is Javier Montoya. I am currently the acting regional conservationist for the Southeast region, but in my real life, I am the state conservationist in New Mexico. So I just love the fact that I have the opportunity to be here while we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. I also think that it's very interesting that we are not yet in Hispanic Heritage Month, yet we're celebrating it. And I think that's important because I think we need to realize that for all of the observances that we have, it's never about 1 month, it's never about 1 day or 1 week, but it's about that time that we remember that we need to focus on it. But hopefully, we're focusing on all of these issues as we go throughout the year. One endless voice to enhance our traditions. That's the theme for this year's Hispanic Heritage Month. And I thought that that was really good, and when I looked at the poster, if everybody opens up their little program there, the poster's on the first page. And that's the first time that I've looked at the poster and said, wow, that really talks, I believe, to all of us. Because we always have seen a handprint. Doesn't matter where it is, whether it's in the sand, whether it's on a piece of paper. But to have all the flags of all the nationalities that represent Hispanic Americans out there, I thought that was a great visual of where we are. And to that young man, Sean Delgado, who painted that picture or put it together, a 14-year-old young man, to have that vision, to say this is who we are today, I thought was very apropos. So folks, I just wanted to do a quick welcome and apologize that Chief Jordan couldn't be here. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time when the chief said he couldn't be here, and he said, who can be there? And he pointed at me, and I get to be here. So thank you all very much. I hope that, again, this is just the start of Hispanic Heritage Month, that you all realize we need to be looking at this all year round. So thank you very much, and welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Montoya. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Keith Gray. He is currently the Chief of Staff of the Risk Management Agency.
Good morning. I'm very happy to be here today representing the Risk Management Agency along with our other brother or sister organizations, the Farm Service Agency and the Natural Resources Conservation Service here at the FPAC mission. I am fairly new to USDA. I was started in July, so it's been an interesting onboarding process for me. But I've been involved with agriculture all my life. I grew up on a livestock beef cattle farm in Alabama. I've been in Washington since 1992 when I moved up here to study policy, working on Capitol Hill, later for Farm Bureau, and now here at USDA. My family and I have a daughter, Amelia Jane, who's 5, and a son, Avery, who's 21. So I have a wide disparity there. I want to talk just for a minute. Number one, I wanted to pass along Administrator Barbry's apologies that he's not here. He had already had some commitments for travel, but along with Administrator Barbry, we're here to represent to you, and along with our celebration here for National Hispanic Month, that we are committed to celebrating diversity at USDA within the Risk Management Agency. Respecting one's culture, both from within and from others' cultures, is something that I think as a society needs to be encouraged and to do. I'm very involved in the community with the Boy Scouts of America, and that's something that I feel very strongly about. I believe that our community in our organization here at One USDA needs to reflect our community, and I think we're working on that. We're always striving to do that. Administrator Barbry made it very clear to me, as his leader of his executive management team, as the chief of staff, our goal is to ensure that we celebrate that diversity and we ensure that we have the best people for the job, but also that we respect cultural differences. Our customers, our farmers, many of those are in areas where the Hispanic culture is predominant. So there are challenges, there are differences, and we need to all be aware of those challenges. In terms of our workforce, I know I looked up our, I had the data pulled for where we are in hiring practices. We're slightly behind the civilian labor force in terms of the number of Hispanics. That is increasing, and you have our word at RMA that will continue to do so. Administrator Barbary, who is a third-generation farmer himself from Illinois, corn and bean farmer, also very much involved in agriculture. His commitment as the administrator to us every week when we have our weekly meetings says, make sure that we are serving our customers, and that includes respecting and understanding our customers and where they're coming from. They often have unique goals and challenges, so it's our job at RMA to meet those. So I just wanted to briefly say thank you so much for helping and asking RMA to celebrate this time with you. And we have an open door. Anything we can ever do for you, please let us know. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gray. At this time, I would like to introduce Barbara Rader. She's the Director of Census and Survey Division for National Agricultural Statistics Service.
Buenos dias. All right. So again, I'm Barbara Rader, and I've worked in service to agriculture since I can remember, and I am honored to be standing in front of you today to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. I have the distinct pleasure of introducing the Mariachi Band. But before I do that, I'd like to provide you some history, not only in what the name mariachi is, but some theories on how it got its name. And so I'll get started. So what is mariachi? Mariachi is a musical group originally from Mexico, consisting of at least 2 violins, 2 trumpets, 1 Spanish guitar, 1 viola, which is a high-pitched 5-string guitar, 1 guitarrón, which is a small-scaled acoustic bass, but sometimes features more than 20 musicians. The mariachi sound, known as son, is a mixture of Spanish, native, and African traditions and differs from region to region. So from the beginning, mariachi music was dance music. The traditional dance technique associated with both the son jalisciense and son jarocho is the zapateado. When dancing the zapateado, which originated in Spain, the performers drive the heels of their boots into the dance floor, pounding out swift, often syncopated rhythms which complement that of musical instruments. Another typical mariachi dance, the jarabe tapatio, or Mexican hap dance, from Guadalajara in the state of Jalisco, has become the national dance of Mexico. It is highly stylized with prescribed movements and costumes. The male wears the classic outfit, which is the Jalisco horseman or charro, while the female wears a hand-woven shawl and a bright sequined skirt. Some theories about mariachi's name. The word mariachi was long considered to be derived from marriage, which since mariachi music is often played at weddings. The earliest known appearance of the word mariachi as reference to music is from 1852, nearly 10 years prior to the French intervention in 1861. Another theory states that the word originated in the language of the Coca Indians in the early 16th century and originally referred to the wooden platform on which the musicians would often perform. The mariachi tradition has been extended from Mexico to other countries, particularly Colombia, Central America, and South America. Today's mariachi presentation is by Cañas y su mariachi norteño. Jose Cañas was born in El Salvador. He began his music career when he started playing the guitar in his local church at the tender age of 15. From there, he fell in love with the music and found himself playing the Tribal Banda Internacional del Salvador. His love for music brought him to the United States, where he formed a new band called Banda Liberación. The band travels through the East Coast playing in nightclubs. Jose and his Banda Liberación focus is to play mariachi music and to provide the DMV residents with quality traditional entertainment. So with that said, Jose and his band, come on down. All right.
De la Sierra Morena, siendo lindo viene pasando. Un par de ojitos negros, lindo de contrabando. De la Sierra Morena, siendo lindo viene pasando. Un par de ojitos negros, lindo de contrabando.
Oh, you guys want another one? All right, one more. Never mind. Solo eran dos canciones. Dos canciones y después vamos a ir a la cafetería. ¿Una más? Thank you so much. I would love to stay here and listen to this all day.
So you have to come to the food sampling so you can hear them later. They'll be at the food sampling.
Yes, there's food actually. So I want to remind you that after the event, actually we set up there's all types of foods from different countries in the back of the cafeteria. So please make sure you make your way over there. I want to acknowledge the folks that are online and are listening to the program. So sorry guys, because we won't be able to feature today. So, but I wanted to thank the band again. So. At this time, I want to invite the panel that we have set up for you. It's going to be basically an interactive panel. They're going to give a brief presentation of what they do, and you are more than welcome to ask questions after they give a presentation. So without further ado, Julio Guevara is the DC Deputy Director of the Mayor's Office on Latino Affairs. Mr. Julio. Ms. Yvette Hernandez is the Director of Midwife at Mary's Center in Maryland in Washington, D.C. Mr. Joshua Lopez, Founder and CEO of Olympic Strategies. I know you have some presentations, so I'll allow you to introduce yourselves.
Hello, everybody. Hello. First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming. I want to also thank the organizing committee of this event, and of course, the distinguished panelists that are joining me today. So before I start, I want to invite you to get a copy of the 42-month report of Mayor Muriel Bowser. Over there, you're gonna find information about the progress that has been made in DC in the areas of public safety, government operations, health and human services, job and economic opportunities, among others. We have several copies in Spanish and in English, and they're gonna be also available in the back, so make sure to get a copy. I have been invited here to speak about Latinos in the District of Columbia. I'm just gonna briefly tell you about the work that we do within the Mayor's Office on Latino Affairs, which is one of the 13 special interest offices that we have in the Mayor's Office. And in the back, you can see that Latino are the largest immigrant community in the district. And we are located predominantly in Ward 1 and 4, Adams Morgan, U Street, Columbia Heights, Mount Pleasant. And even though most of the Latinos that lives in the district are in these two wards, they constitute mostly or basically 20% of the total of the population. So in the district we have, according to the latest report that we receive, we are about 10% of the population. There are approximately 74,000 Latinos out of the 700 residents that we have in the district. And within the Mayor's Office on Latino Affairs, what we do, we provide grants to an estimate of 80 community-based organizations that help or support DC government programs or help implement the mayor's priorities on the ground. I want to tell you a little bit about the demographics of the Latino community in the district, besides in DC, from where in Central America most of these Latinos come. They come predominantly from Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador. These countries are known as the Northern Triangle also. I was born and raised in Honduras. I'm a member of the Garifuna community. The Garifunas are along the coast of Central America, and the Garifunas, just to give you a little bit of background information, come from an island in the Caribbean called St. Vincent and Grenadines, and they have been in Honduras since 1797. I was born and raised in La Ceiba. La Ceiba was one of those cities that was developed by the influence of the United Fruit Company and the Standard Fruit Company. In fact, some anthropologists and historians said that the first banana producers in Central America and the Caribbean were members of the Garifuna community. And that's why the topics that we're gonna be discussing today are appealing to me. So the Latino community has been growing significantly in the district. We expect that number to continue going up over the next few years, but I will take a break now and give the opportunity to the colleagues that are here to say something and be ready for the Q&A period. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Yvette Hernandez. Thank you so much for having me. I feel very excited to be here. So a little bit about myself. I'm a certified nurse midwife here in the District of Columbia and in Maryland. I provide women's health care, obstetrics, and gynecology to women. I am the director at an organization called Mary Center. We have 5 offices, 3 in DC, 2 in Maryland. We're a federally qualified health center. The majority of our patients are from Latin America. On any given day, if I see 20 to 24 patients, I probably speak English twice. So that's really my involvement here with the Hispanic community. I myself am Puerto Rican, and what's really exciting to me today is that I really didn't know what to expect when we got here, and I just want to share something personal about myself. You know, my grandparents on my father's side had 11 children, and everybody was born in Puerto Rico. My grandfather came to the States in the early 1960s as a migrant worker. And I think sometimes we miss that piece of Puerto Rican culture. We think of it because it's a part of the United States that the experience is different. And it's not so much different. My family did come to the States as migrant workers, and I think he worked for about 5 years before he was able to save enough money to bring my grandmother and all the children over. So in working in this community with the Hispanic community and knowing that we have such an influence and an impact on agriculture in this country is very meaningful to me.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you to Miss Allen and USDA for having me here. I'm a little upset, though. We're right after mariachi band and right before the food, so it's a tough place to be. Well, first, I just want to thank all of you. You know, you look at any strong nation around the globe, the backbone of that nation is only as strong as your agriculture sector. And so thank you for everything that you guys do to ensure that our sector continues to thrive. We continue to support our farmers and you know, ensure that we have safe environments for food to grow and be distributed to the population. So thank you for ensuring I'm eating every day. I appreciate it. So I am a founder and CEO of Olympic Strategies. We focus on government relations and business development. I have a strong emphasis with Latino-owned businesses. and primarily focus in the construction and development sector. But having worked in government, I know, what it takes, the hard work and sacrifice that all of you guys do every single day. And again, thank you. So looking forward to the Q&A.
So at this time, I'd like to open it up for Q&A. Anybody that wants to ask any questions? Yep. You did? We've got 2 mics in the back. Awesome. Yep.
So what's the biggest challenge at the Women's Center with all the 20 patients in a day? Wow, a lot. So can you talk a little bit about the biggest challenges that you have?
Sure. So did everybody hear her question? She asked, what are the biggest challenges that I face in working at Mary Center and seeing such a large number of patients? I think it's very important to believe in the work that you do, because seeing that many patients in a day can be very stressful. But the community that we serve is so thankful for the work that we're doing. And just to kind of give you a little bit of background, I said we have 5 locations. In 2017, we enrolled 2,600 women into prenatal care. 1,800 of those did not have insurance. So these are women that would have otherwise not had any prenatal care, would have, gotten to full term, showed up to labor and delivery just in labor. And so the work that we do is so meaningful, and the patients are so thankful and so humble. It makes it a great pleasure to do the work. One of the challenges, and I think the organization does a good job with this, is keeping things organized for the providers that are doing the work. So I literally can just go room to room and see the women, and I have a really good team on the other end handling all the other details. As far as the patients, there's many challenges for them. Some of them come from way far into Maryland to even come to DC to some of our offices. Language, the majority of our staff does speak Spanish. Finances, housing, we have pregnant women, they might have 2 children, and they're living in a rented room in an apartment, and there's 3 or 4 of them living in that room. And so the model that we have is not just about I'm the provider and I'm doing the OB care. It's about the social change and how we can really affect and improve their lives altogether.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Could each of you share with us how you share your culture with others? Do you do it on a daily basis? Do you do it at work? What do you share? Family recipes? Are you most comfortable, when you speak Spanish? Could you share a little bit of that, each one of you, with us, please?
Well, good question, thank you. So I was born here in Washington, D.C. Both of my parents are from Guatemala, so first generation American, and a very interesting experience, right? You, at home, you primarily speak Spanish, English, and then over the years that translates into a new language called Spanglish. I'm kind of going back and forth between 2 different worlds, but I am who I am. I'm very proud of who I am. I'm proud of the contribution the Latino community has made to the United States and will continue to make. The history of the United States and the history of Latinos in the United States is intertwined, and you can't separate both of them. But my mother has been known to host a few of my friends over the years and share some of her secret recipes. I think that I'm all about celebrating the culture and the diversity of our nation and our city. That's what makes us as powerful as we are in the globe. We attract the best, and we have a booming economy because of the work that the farmers are doing, the agriculture department, the government, the private sector, everyone. So celebrating each other, I think, really goes a long way, and being proud of who you are and sharing that experience with others as well.
I share a little bit about myself, I think, in everything that I do. I did say I'm Puerto Rican. I'm a very proud Afro-Latina, and that's something that's very important for me to tell people, because I think it's important for the community to know that Latinos, Hispanics, we come in all different colors. And sometimes what you may see in the media or on TV may not necessarily reflect the actual community. And so that's something that I have a conversation with people on a regular basis, even with my patients. I'm also very proud of the traditional aspects of my culture. I feel that that's really played a lot into the type of midwife that I am. I did home birth for 2 years. I've worked in a hospital, I've worked in a university. I mean, I've kind of covered a lot of different ways, but something about the traditional and spiritual part of my culture and my heritage, and just something that I learned growing up, has really been reflected in the work that I do.
Thank you for that question, by the way. In my case, at the Mayor's Office on Latino Affairs, Mayor Muriel Bowser have done, I believe, a great job in terms of putting together a team that represents that diversity that exists in Latin America and the Caribbean. And culture is a very fascinating and interesting topic, but it can also be extremely sensitive. When somebody asks me about culture, I'm a proud US citizen. I live in Ward 3. I have been living in Washington, D.C. for almost 20 years. I am a proud member of the Latino community. I'm also Afro-Latino. And I am a proud member of the Garifuna community. The biggest Garifuna community is in the Bronx. And how we end up in the Bronx, because the headquarters of the United Fruit Company and the Standard Fruit Company was in Manhattan back in the early 1900s. And many of the Garifunas came to New York, and then they transitioned to the Bronx, where they joined the Caribbean community that we have from the Dominican Republic, from Puerto Rico, from Cuba. And when somebody talked to me about culture, I try to bridge the lack of understanding that may exist between, with some members of either community. In Latin America, sometimes it's like here in the United States, or most of the time it's like here in the United States. We can talk about the Southern culture, or we can talk about the West culture, and we can go on and on and on. In Latin America, we have the Andean region, the South Cone region, we have Central America, and the Caribbean. And across all these different sub-regions that we have in Central America, including Mexico, you will find significant differences. Mostly when we are talking about a region with approximately 600 million people, and at least 1/3 of them are descendants of are members of an African descendant community, or an estimate of 50 million of them are members of indigenous communities. So if you travel from Mexico all the way down to Brazil, as soon as you get to the southern part of Mexico, you're gonna come across people from Oaxaca. People from Oaxaca, from the southern part of Mexico, they have more things in common with the people from Central America. And you keep going all the way down to Panama and Colombia, and as soon as you cross the border with Colombia, you will come across different mentalities in certain areas. And I can keep going on and on until you get to Brazil. So one of the strengths that we have in this country is our biggest strengths, I strongly believe, come from our diversity. And I'm happy to be working in an office where I am able to bridge the gaps of understanding about the different cultures that exist here in the United States and in the Latin American region. Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
I will let my colleague Joshua Lopez to answer the part about business, and I'm gonna try to get back to the culture question.
So I started my business about 4 years ago, and there's no safe way, I would say, to approach that. My route, I worked in the government for a few years. I worked in the private sector, and always with the goal of having a dream of opening my own business at the end of the day. So everything I did for the 9-10 years that I worked in government and in the private sector was about learning, building relationships, figuring out my niche where I was good at, and then putting it all on the line. And so I'd be lying to you if I were to tell you there was an easy way to get to that point. There were certainly sleepless nights worrying how I'm gonna pay the mortgage a year from now, et cetera. But if you stick with it, and if you're a person of integrity and a hard worker, I think it'll work out towards the end. Some of the work that I do, I also work with policymakers, leadership within different agencies to ensure that they reach their goals in participation for small businesses, participation for women-owned businesses. So I'm happy to hear USDA leadership, stay committed to that dream in terms of their hiring practices, and contracting opportunities. So yeah, it's a bit of a challenge, but my niche was working with small Latino businesses, small women businesses, to ensure that they were at the table and getting equitable opportunities.
Yeah, just to add a little bit more to what Joshua was talking about. Within the Mayor's Office on Latino Affairs, we also work with businesses. Our biggest stakeholder is the Washington Greater Hispanic Chambers of Commerce. But within the Deputy Mayor for Greater Economic Opportunity, we also have a program called Great Street, where we work with businesses across an estimate of 16 commercial corridors that we have in Washington, D.C. Georgetown, H Street, U Street, Adams Morgan, Columbia Heights, Mount Pleasant, Kennedy Street. And every time the mayor goes to these commercial corridors, we try to make sure that somebody from the Latino community is there, or the Latino Affairs office is there. We try to also work in coordination with the Mayor's Office on African Affairs, the Mayor's Office on Asian and Pacific Islanders. And we also, when we work with the Washington Greater Hispanic Chambers of Commerce, we try to make sure that all the proposals take into account all these cultural competent elements that sometimes is missing from a proposal. The other thing that I think that is important to mention is that we have a Language Access Act in the District of Columbia that was enacted back in 2004. The 2004 Language Access Act requires an estimate of 39 DC government agencies to provide services in an estimate of 15 languages. Hispanic is one of them. And in my office, I have a team. I have a team that is led by a language access coordinator that throughout the entire fiscal year, they visit every single DC government agencies to make sure that they have a sign-in sheet, so that way when members of the Latino community come to the building, they have the option of putting their information or accessing the required information in Spanish. This language access coordinator try to make sure that there are signage also or signs in the building. We try to make sure that there is a language access line, so if the person that is walking into the building doesn't have, is a limited English proficiency or non-English proficient, they also can have somebody that can help them navigate the process. These are just some of the few things that I can mention that we do at the Mayor's Office on Latino Affairs to make sure that we address that cultural element that often is required for us to effectively deliver the services that we have in the district or for district residents. Thank you.
Just wanted to add one last piece. I think a big advantage as well with being an entrepreneur, being of Latino background in the United States, and speaking more than one language, there's an opportunity there with tons of work in the Americas. So you think South America, Central America, the Caribbean, these are all huge markets that really haven't been tapped into. So, I think if you're thinking of starting a small business, don't only limit yourself to the United States. There's so many other markets around the globe, and even here in this hemisphere.
I just want to add, I'm in the process of starting a business. I'm starting my own practice, and that's definitely a new experience for me. And I'm just pulling together the knowledge and the resources that I've had over the last 14 years. And there are many resources available in the District of Columbia, so that's what I'll say about that. It is not easy, but it is definitely a positive experience for me, and there is a very large learning curve, but I have kind of taken all that in as positives.
Thank you so much. In the interest of time, I'm going to hold right here. So thank you so much for coming down. Yeah, we're good, thanks. At this time, I would like to introduce Sandra Wood. She's the assistant to the Deputy Administrator for Fair Trade Practices, and she will be giving us a closing remarks.
Buenos dias. Oh, you can do better than that. Good morning. I'm the closer. So Joshua, I believe I am the one who's between the ending and the food. I want you all to know that I am so pleased to be able to stand before you this morning without using a cane or using crutches or having a wheelchair. I'm always breaking something. This is the first time I'm able to wear shoes, heels, in about 4 months. So I'm very pleased to be able to stand before you and be vain. It is indeed a pleasure and with great appreciation to be a part of this wonderful program this morning. Before going any further, let's give all of the participants another warm applause to thank them for sharing today. You know, our professional lives are so full and bursting with all of the efforts of what we do to continue USDA's initiatives that it is truly important to give pause to soak in the variety of this country's great heritage. I want to thank Deborah Allen for that lovely introduction, getting our program started, and the way she worked so diligently to pull this program together in such a manner in which she did. To the senior leadership of the Farm Service Agency, Steve Peterson, for the warm welcome,
and Richard Fortas for the potent FSA address and his welcome, the Natural Resources Conservation Service's stirring words from Xavier Montoya for his welcome, and the Risk Management Agency's service, Keith Gray, providing words of encouragement, and of course having our own Joey Peralta for standing at the gate as the Master of Ceremonies, the Armed Forces Color Guard for setting the tone for the program, Barbara Rata of the National Agricultural Statistics Service for her acts towards introducing us and the success of this program and introducing us to listening to the sounds of the beautiful mariachi band. I don't see Brian Gardner. Is he here? Okay, Brian isn't here, but I know that he worked very closely with Debbie and the team of Trojans, pushing this program together for its success. We want to thank Sharon Miner for her sweet rendition of the national anthem and leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance for the music and providing us this bountiful and loaded punch of happiness. Thank you, Jose, and your Banda Liberacion. And again, congratulations to Sean Delgado. He's not here. I wish that he was here. He's a young 14-year-old. He designed and submitted that beautiful poster that Mr. Montoya mentioned for Hispanic Heritage Month. And he created that at the age of 14. So we want to give his mom, Yvette, and dad, Wilfred Delgado, a huge round of applause, even though they're not here, because I know they're bursting with pride. You know, as young people, you have to encourage them, and he seems to have been encouraged at his young age, and we hope that he will continue to do what he's doing in the form of art. Again, I want to express gratitude, and I want to thank all of the public servants who took the time out of your very busy schedule to participate on the program this morning. We also wish to especially thank the panel members, Mr. Julio Guetta Guerrero, Yvette Hernandez, and Joshua Lopez for the robust discussion facilitated by our own Joey Peralta. And finally, all of you who came out today, we thank you, for the program would have been a shell of darkness. You opened up and allowed the light to come through, and we were able to have a peek, a slice of what the National Hispanic Heritage Month has to offer all of us. It shouldn't be just for a month. It should be something that we live every day. Curious minds don't kill. Curious minds teach. You grow, you learn. I also want to say, ladies and gentlemen, that we have so much for which to be thankful. I hope that we go away full, yet eager to know more about the histories and the contributions provided by the individuals whose ancestry is quilted and embedded in this rich and abundant culture. Sean Delgado got it so right in defining the hand on the poster that states, the hand represents the diversity within Hispanics, our traditions and power we have as a group. A simple handshake unites us all. I hope that you receive the powerful, positive messages, basked in the fruitful music, and you will be full in the spirit of the delicious food. May you each enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Woods. This concludes our program, but I do want to remind you that we do have food in the cafeteria, so you can go straight right there. So you're more than welcome to head to the cafeteria. Thank you.